So, so let's start today. Discrete time signals. We know already know about discrete time signal uh, because we the continuous time signal. We have already started our discrete time signal, but today I will discuss how to generate okay, discrete time signal from the continuous. So that will be discussed today here. So basically, before going to start, you have to recall the unit impulse functions. Okay? Unit impulse functions. You people know that unit impulse function, that is del t. Okay, that is exist at origin. Okay, other than origin, it is not exist. So suppose del t is present at origin, so we can say that it's a del t. Now, if the delta function or unit impulse function is shifted to some other places, okay. So suppose that delta function is shifted to t0 position, then the name of the delta function is del t minus t0. Okay. So now देखो तो पेज दिखाई दे रहा है देखो। तो बोलो, पेज दिखाई दे रहा है तुमको?
पेज तो दिख रहा है सर।
Okay. Now we share the document right now. Before that, I'm just telling you. कर रहा था which folder? Okay, at t is equal to 0. तो कितने में क्या है? इसके लिए del t is some kind of that when t equal to 0 delta function. Now,
सर उल्टा दिख रहा है।
उल्टा ये समझ में आ रहा है? देखो ना, ये थोड़ा अब ठीक है, तो ये del t है. Now if you shift the delta function to t0 amount, then what it looks, it should be something like that. Here it is origin, t is equal to 0, this is origin, okay, but it's shifted to t is equal to t naught, and the delta function is written as del of t minus t0, del of t minus t0. Now suppose one more delta function which is shifted to del of, suppose del t is equal to 2t0, okay, we shifted to t is equal to 2t0. So what should be the name of the delta function? Del of t minus 2t0, okay. Similarly, if delta function shifted to minus t0 position, then it should be the left of the origin, okay. Now the name of the delta function should be t of del of t plus t0, okay, that is t is equal to minus t0. So now if you add all the delta functions, then what it looks, it should be something like that. This is origin, that is your del t, t is equal to 0. now कहाँ पे है, t0 पोजीशन में है. now this is t del of t minus t0, here it is t is equal to t0. now one more था del of t minus 2t0, here the position of the time is t is equal to 2t0, that is the right to the origin. Similarly, the left side में भी होगा, and the name of the delta function is del of t plus t0, where t is equal to minus t0. So in that way, if make all the delta functions simultaneously, then the name of the delta function is called the train of impulse, train of unit impulse. Okay, now it is called train of unit impulse. Okay. तो देखो del t at origin, this is your origin वाला है delta function. Now shifted to t0 position, that is del of t minus t0, that is shifted to 2t0 position, so that's why it is del of t minus 2t0. and left side of the origin is shifted to minus t0 position, so it is a minus t0 position, so delta function का नाम क्या होगा, t of t plus t0. if it is shifted to minus 2t0, मान लो यहाँ पे आ गया, then it should be del of t plus 2t0, and the position of the time is t is equal to minus 2t0. so in that way already we have discussed all these things, and you people know that if this delta function xt any function xt,
सर
हाँ,
सर
सर कुछ
फिगर
लोग वेटिंग में हैं.
वेटिंग में तो ना देखो, मैंने जो बोला था xt, if it is multiplied with any delta function del t, then the signal will exist the position where the delta function exists. Now if xt is multiplied with del t, so definitely we will get x0. That means the amplitude of the signal at origin, that is the amplitude of the signal at origin. Now suppose xt again with multiplied with del of t minus t0, then definitely the output should be x of t0. That means the amplitude of the signal at t is equal to t0. Similarly, if xt is multiplied with del of t plus t0, then the value of the function should be x of minus t0 in that way. Okay, so that is the case. So now go to the देखो, दिखाई दे रहा है?
यस सर.
Okay, नाउ जो मैंने तुमको वो ट्रेन ऑफ इम्पल्स दिखाया, दैट इज डेल टी माइनस टी जीरो, डेल टी माइनस टू टी जीरो, डेल टी माइनस थ्री टी जीरो, और लेफ्ट में डेल ऑफ टी प्लस टी जीरो, डेल ऑफ टी प्लस टू टी जीरो. तो इफ यू make, if you give summation to all those delta functions, so definitely we get that sort of expressions. Okay, and the name is, we have given the name as pt. now देखो यहाँ पे समेशन क्या दिया, a is equal to minus infinity से plus infinity तक del of t minus a t zero. Now suppose if you put the value of k here 0, okay, because minus infinity से plus infinity तक है, so k is equal to 0. If you put the value of k here 0, so that should be del of t. Okay, देखो del of t है. Now I am expanding this समेशन का pt is equal to, देखो मिडिल में क्या है, del of t है, when the value of k is equal to 0, so del t आ गया. You will know that del t मतलब ये origin में है. Now if you put the value of k, that means if you move to the right side of the summation or the origin, then value of k should be 1. When the value of k is 1, so definitely this delta function should be del of t minus ts. So therefore del of t minus ts. Okay, so that means it is shifted to ts position. जो मैंने t0 बोला था, t0 is equal to here ts. t0 means ts here. So दूसरा जो सेकंड जो डेल्टा फंक्शन है ये del of t minus ts होगा. Now we put the value of k is equal to 2, so definitely del of t minus 2ts होगा. तो देखो del of t minus 2ts. Now put the value of k is 3, so del of t minus 3ts, so and so forth. In that way you will move to the positive infinity. Now come to the left side of the origin. So left side of the origin में क्या होगा, k का वैल्यू क्या होगा, k का वैल्यू नेगेटिव होगा. Now as the value of k is negative, so choose the first one, k is equal to -1, that is the left to the origin. The first point is first value of k is -1, so definitely t minus of -1, that means t plus ts हो जाएगा. तो इसलिए देखो t plus ts just left to the origin. Now value of k is, if it is -2, k of value is -2, then definitely delta function हो जाएगा del of t plus 2ts. तो del of t plus 2ts. तो देखो समेशन इधर भी माइनस इनफिनिटी तक जाएगा. सो कुल मिलाकर ये जो एक्सप्रेशन मिला इसको कहते हैं ट्रेन ऑफ इम्पल्स. दैट इज द समेशन ऑफ द ऑल इम्पल्सेस एंड दे आर प्लेस्ड द ts टाइम गैप. यू अंडरस्टूड. देखो ts गैप है बिटवीन टू कॉन्जिक्यूटिव डेल्टा फंक्शन, देयर शुड हैव ts टाइम गैप. तो दिखने में क्या होगा, ये वाला होगा. देखो t इज इक्वल टू 0 जो है ये del t है. ये जो ts पोजीशन में जो है del of t minus ts, ये जो डेल्टा फंक्शन है ये होगा del of t minus 2ts. ये जो पोजीशन है यहाँ पे जो डेल्टा फंक्शन है that should be del of t minus 3ts. सो गैप क्या है बिटवीन एनी टू, देखो ना एनी टू, द गैप इज ts टाइम अंतर ये डेल्टा फंक्शन एग्जिस्ट है. Between these two don't have any delta functions. 2ts and 3ts, between these two values we don't have any delta functions. Only their positions are ts, 2ts, 3ts, 4ts. Okay, so that means nts. You can say that nts, while value of n is integer starting from 0 to positive infinity and minus infinity. यहाँ पे क्या है minus ts, so definitely that delta function is termed as del of t plus ts. Definitely this delta function is termed as del of t plus 2ts. Definitely we can term this delta function as del of t plus 3ts. So in that way we got the whole delta function and they are situated ts time apart. Now if we take one analog signal, देखो ये continuous time, okay, which is extend from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, it extends from minus infinity to plus infinity. Now that is xt. Okay, so it is continuous in time. Whenever you are getting the value of t, we get the function value. So that's why it is continuous in time. Now, if you multiply, listen carefully. If you multiply this pt with xt, okay, this xt with pt, then what will get? तो यहाँ पे माइनस 3ts में है, तो ये डेल्टा फंक्शन क्या है? डेल ऑफ टी प्लस 3ts इंटू एक्स टी। तो ये देखने में क्या हो जाएगा? हम लोग इस एम्पलीट्यूड में यहाँ पे जो सिग्नल का एम्पलीट्यूड है वो मिलेगा। ओके, 3ts पोजीशन में सिग्नल का जो एम्पलीट्यूड है वो मिलेगा। देखो 3ts पोजीशन में जो सिग्नल का एम्पलीट्यूड है वही मिलेगा। 2ts में देखो सिग्नल के साथ मल्टीप्लाई होगा तो सिग्नल का वैल्यू एक्स ऑफ माइनस 2ts का वैल्यू मिलेगा। सो ये एम्पलीट्यूड है, ये एम्पलीट्यूड है, इसका बीच में वी डोंट हैव वैल्यू ऑफ द सिग्नल। सिमिलरली टीएस टाइम में हम लोगों का ये एम्पलीट्यूड मिल गया, डेल टी है इधर जीरो पोजीशन में, ये एम्पलीट्यूड मिल गया, टीएस में ये एम्पलीट्यूड मिल गया, 2ts में ये एम्पलीट्यूड मिल गया, 3ts में ये एम्पलीट्यूड मिल गया, एंड सो फॉर। तो now देखो, now if you add this one, so we can have idea about the original signal. Okay, so that is called, that process is called, okay, the process by which we can get this discrete time signal, that is called sampling process. The process by which we got that signal, that is called sample signal. Okay, and the process is called sampling process. So that's why this signal is termed as ynts. Now this signal is termed as ynts, where this is xt, this is pt. Now make them product, multiply both the signals by infinite train of impulse with the original analog signal. That product term is nothing but the impulse, your sample signal, and the process is called sampling. The multiplication process by which you are getting this value, that process is called sampling process. So that's why I have written here, there is a sampler, okay, and the input you are having the continuous sine signal. Okay, there is a continuous sine signal xt, and the output you are getting the sample signal, which is termed as here ynts. And later we say this y of n, because this is a discrete time signal, and discrete time signal will treated as y of n. Okay, so that is the signal xt, continuous in time, that is the infinite train of impulse. The position of the impulse will get the value of the signal. At the position of the impulses, you are getting the value of the signal. And see, at the position of the origin, your impulse, you are getting the amplitude, 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 amplitude. So these points are this point, this point, this point, this. All these points are called sample values. These are called sample values. So these sample values are nothing but the amplitude of the signal at that instant. At that instant. That instant means when the sampling is done, when the sampling is occurred. At that time, the amplitude of the signal, and that is nothing but sample value. All these terms, all these points, this representing the amplitude of the signal, which is nothing but the sample values. So now this signal is termed as discrete time signal. This signal is now termed as discrete time signal, and it is written as mathematically ynts. Further we will treat it as yn. So that is the sample signal. Now bolo, if you have any doubt, so I can share my views. So what is delta function? You need to know that. What is infinite train of impulse? I told you, now you know that one. Now you have to understand how to get this sample values and the sample signal. That is, sample signal is nothing but the discrete time signal. Okay. So when you are going to represent this signal, okay, that means at the bracket we are getting only the amplitude. This amplitude are to be considered. See here, sequence x of n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means these are the amplitude at different positions. Okay, at different time gap, these are the positions. Okay, these are the amplitude of the signals which I am representing here. Okay, so before going to representation of discrete time signal, you please tell me whether it is okay or not. How to get the discrete time signal? Is this clear to you? I will provide the notes also. समझ गए ना तुम लोग बोलो.
Yes, sir.
ओके, और किसी को भी डाउट है तो बोलो, नहीं तो हम और सिग्नल रिप्रेजेंटेशन में हम लोग चले जाएंगे. हाँ देखो, रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ द डिस्क्रीट टाइम सिग्नल, so many processes are there by which you can represent discrete time signal. The first one is, and that is the simplest one, that is sequence form. Okay, sequence form. So that is called the sequence form. X of n, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and definitely there should have one arrow. Okay, so arrow, this arrow indicating the position of the origin. Please listen carefully. Whenever the arrow will be there, that means it is the occurrence of the origin, that is the presence of the origin. Okay, don't worry about that. I have written here n is equal to 0 for make you understand, but it it never be written as n is equal to 0. But you have to understand where arrow is there, that means the position of the value at origin. So when the value of t is equal to 0, then the position of the then the amplitude of the signal is 3 or 3 volt. You can say that. So that is 0. So this is 1. This is 2. This is 3 position. So n is equal to 0 mein hai ye 3. N when n is equal to 1 is 4. N is equal to 2. The value is 5. When n is equal to 3, then the value is 6. Similarly, left side mein kya hoga? When the value of n is equal to -1, then it is 2. When the value of n is equal to -2, then the amplitude is 1. So that is the sequence form of representation. So I can show you in graphical explanation also. So along x-axis, n is representing here. Along y-axis, we are providing the values corresponding value of n. तो देखो n is equal to 0 में क्या है 3 है देखो ठीक है n is equal to 0 में क्या है 3 है तो n is equal to 0 पे 3 है ना देखो n is equal to 1 में कितना वैल्यू है बाबू 4 है तो यहाँ पे 4 है ना n is equal to 2 में क्या है 5 है देखो 5 when n is equal to 3 then 6 similarly go to the left n is equal to -1 then the amplitude is 2 so 2 and n is equal to -2 then the amplitude is 1 so that is the waveform representation. Okay, now we'll move to the impulse representation of the delta discrete time signal. So now see, think carefully. देखो ये तुम्हारा सीक्वेंस है वो सेम एग्जांपल टेकन x is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 you can choose any one as per your choice. अब देखो ये एक्सटेंड का हम लोग क्या लिखते हैं in the term of represent we are representing it in terms of delta functions. Okay, in terms of delta functions. तो del t का वैल्यू एम्पलीट्यूड क्या होता है व्हेन वी आर राइटिंग del t तो del t का एम्पलीट्यूड क्या होता है यहाँ पे देखो एम्पलीट्यूड ऑल आर 1. ओके, इस डेल्टा फंक्शन का एम्पलीट्यूड 1 है एक कोएफिशिएंट भी 1 है del t भी 1 है del t माइनस ts भी 1 है सारे के सारे जो मैंने दिखा है यहाँ पे ऑल आर हैविंग 1 एम्पलीट्यूड. तो तुम जब यहाँ पे 2 मल्टीप्लाई करोगे ठीक है सपोज मान लो 2 del t देन मींस इसका एम्पलीट्यूड 2 हो जाएगा स्केलर वैल्यू है ठीक है. तो इसलिए देखो यहाँ पे n is equal to 0 में n is equal to 0 में 3 है ठीक है n is equal to 0 में 3 है. So can we write this value in that way? देखो ना 3 del n हम लिख सकते हैं कि नहीं बोलो 3 into del n ठीक है because del n at n is equal to 0 में इसका एम्पलीट्यूड क्या होगा 1 होगा. So 3 into 1 1 so n is equal to 0 में एम्पलीट्यूड क्या है 3 है. So इसलिए हम लोग लिख सकते हैं ओरिजिन को 3 del n, 3 del n। नाउ ये जो 4 वैल्यू है, तो ये जो n इक्वल टू 1 जो है, यहाँ पे डेल्टा फंक्शन को तुम क्या लिखोगे बोलो, एनी वन प्लीज टेल मी। n इक्वल टू 1 में जो डेल्टा फंक्शन होगा ये del n है ओरिजिन में, तो 3 into del n हो गया। यहाँ पे जो डेल्टा फंक्शन होगा वो क्या वैल्यू होगा, वो सिंबल क्या होगा, डेल ऑफ
n-1
डेल ऑफ n
plus
माइनस
1.
डेल ऑफ n माइनस 1 यहाँ पे होगा। ओके, सो डेल ऑफ n माइनस 1 यहाँ पे होगा, बट इसका एम्पलीट्यूड क्या है, 4 है। तो एम्पलीट्यूड
4
क्या है,
into
4 into del n minus 1 होगा। वेरी गुड, 4 into del n minus 1 होगा, तो इसलिए 4 into del n minus 1 हो गया। सो इन दैट वे दैट शुड बी del of n minus 2। यहाँ पे डेल्टा फंक्शन का वैल्यू होगा del of n minus 2, एम्पलीट्यूड क्या है 5, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा 5 into del n minus 2, 5 into del n minus 2, ठीक है। सो 5 into del n minus 2 ये क्या है 6 है। सो डेल ऑफ n माइनस 6, ये डेल्टा फंक्शन क्या होगा, डेल ऑफ n माइनस 6 इंटू 6, सो 6 इंटू डेल n माइनस 6 वो एम्पलीट्यूड आ जाएगा, 6 इंटू डेल ऑफ n माइनस 3, सॉरी ये 3 पोजीशन है। सो तो डेल्टा फंक्शन होगा डेल ऑफ n माइनस 3 होगा, एम्पलीट्यूड 3 है, 6 है, तो 6 इंटू डेल n माइनस 3 होगा करेस्पॉन्डिंग टू दिस वैल्यू। नाउ देखो लेफ्ट में क्या होगा, ये डेल्टा फंक्शन क्या होगा बोलो, -1 में जो वो डेल्टा फंक्शन होगा उसका वैल्यू, उसका सिंबॉलिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्या होगा, सिंबॉलिकली व्हाट यू कैन राइट, डेल ऑफ
2 of del
बोलो बोलो
n plus 1,
डेल ऑफ n
2
प्लस
of
1,
del
वेरी
n
गुड
plus
वेरी
1.
गुड। सो 2
2 of
इंटू
del n plus 1 हो जाएगा।
डेल ऑफ n प्लस 1 हो जाएगा, वेरी गुड, डेल ऑफ n प्लस 1 हो जाएगा। सो उसके साथ 2 मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा। ओके, यहाँ पे क्या होगा, डेल ऑफ n प्लस 2 होगा, उसके साथ 1 मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा। सो एनी गिवन discrete time signal you can easily represent it in terms of impulse function, that I want to give you the information how to represent the discrete time signal in terms of impulse responses. So there is a example 1 2 3 4 5 6. So these are the amplitude, these are the amplitude, and these are the multiplication factor with the delta functions, and from here we are getting the position of the delta function, that is the origin, the arrow indicating the origin of the sequence, that is n is equal to 1 value, n is equal to 2 value, 3 value, so on and so forth. In that way you are getting the representation of the discrete time signal in terms of impulse representation. Okay, so that is over. Now we move to the tabular representation. That is very simple. You write at the above side your n, that is origin में क्या है 3 है, -1 -2 है, ये 2 वैल्यू 3 वैल्यू 1 2 3 4 5 6 है, वैल्यू का वैल्यू देखो ना 1 2 3 4 5 6 है, ये -1 है, ये -2 है, -2 से स्टार्ट हुआ है, so -2 -1 0 1 2 3, in that way you can represent the tabular representation, बहुत सिंपल सा है। But when you go for any sort of mathematical explanations, will most of the cases we prefer to write in that way, in the sequence, sorry क्या हो गया, ये sequence form, ठीक है, that is more understandable। ये देखो functional representation भी तुम कर सकते हो, मैंने means it's a detailing of the sequence, detailing of the sequence। xn 1 है for n is equal to -2, xn is equal to 2 है for n is equal to -1, xn is equal to 3 है for n is equal to 0, in that way you are writing। Okay, but in short always we prefer to write in the sequence form। Okay, so already we have used in the sequence form। Okay, so you people know everything, the characteristics of the discrete time signal, because when we are going already studied the time continuous time signal, and that time we have done all the things discrete time signal also। तो discrete time signal के लिए भी हम लोग जो करना था टाइम continuous time के साथ हम लोग कर चुके हैं, but today I want to mean you how to get the basically this sample values or sample signal, sampling signal or what is the sampling process, basically I want to mean you, or how to get the discrete time signals. But we are having some sort of more detailing, okay, in terms of sampling in the last module. So when we study the or discuss the last module, then I can say more and more, because there may have some sort of principles, difficulties, okay, demerits, disadvantages. So how to avoid all those difficulties, that will be discussed on that time. Okay, in that time we will discuss all these things. But right now I just discussed how to get the discrete time signal. Okay. Now time scaling. Okay, today's class only we discuss the discrete time signal. From tomorrow we move to some other topic. Okay. So as much time we have, we can discuss. Okay, because already you know all these things. Just I'm repeating all these things, and you just go through the notes. Okay. So time scaling, ये एम है, डिस्क्रीट टाइम है. So we are scaling it by alpha. देखो x of alpha n. So alpha is the scaling factor. So if alpha greater than 1, so decimation in time होगा. If alpha less than 1 होगा, so interpolation होगा. ये these two you have to understand right now. तो एक्शन क्या है देखो, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, ठीक है. तो x of 1 find x1 n is equal to x of 2n. So x of 2n, okay, अल्फा का वैल्यू x of 2n. तो क्या होगा देखो, x of 0 x1 is equal to x1 0. तो क्या होगा, 2 into 0 हो जाएगा यहाँ पे. if n the value is 0, so if the value of n is 0, so 2 into 0, so x of 0 हो गया. ठीक है. We have taken one example, x1 n is equal to x of 2n. So we are scaling the time with two factor. So 2n हो गया. now value of n is equal to 0, तो क्या होगा, x1 0, so x2 into 0, x of 0 हो गया. x0 का वैल्यू क्या है देखो यहाँ पे, x0 का वैल्यू क्या है, 4 है कि नहीं. x0 का वैल्यू ये एरो है, सो ओरिजिन का वैल्यू 4 है. दैट मींस x0 का वैल्यू 4 हो गया. नाउ हाँ बोलो.
सर इंटरपोलेशन और डेसिमेशन को थोड़ा सा डिस्क्राइब कीजिए तो.
है ये तो मैं आ रहा हूँ, ये एग्जांपल